Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jeff from Urban Condo Spaces. Okay, just a quick check-in this morning. Hope you guys had an awesome weekend. Mine was kind of filled with family stuff, a little bit of football, obviously quite a bit of work. But anyway, just wanted to check in with you this Monday morning. Something that's been on my mind that's always interesting, I think, right now is this discussion around, how the Seattle condo market is really going, okay? Like, everyone keeps reading in the paper that there's some momentum and that things are kind of moving in a direction of a really hot market again, but how can we tell? What is a metric that we can look at to see if the market's really improving, if it's really kind of on a trajectory up in terms of pricing and kind of a seller's market and bidding wars and all this stuff that you're hearing about. So first of all, if you've been hearing about bidding wars, they're back. It's legit. The Seattle market is just limited in our supply, and there's so many people that want to move here and so many people that want to live in and around downtown that you're seeing multiple bidding on the same property. So does that mean that it happens on every listing? No. And do pricing strategies and certain things that you have to follow as a seller in order to be successful, do you have to still deploy those 100%? It's not that you're just going to have people clamoring for your unit if you put your unit on the market. Now, getting back to this idea of how we can tell, how good is this market and where is it going? I look at our current inventory, okay, and then what's been absorbed over a monthly basis or even an annual basis, but specifically the last 60 days to see how active the market is, okay? So you have total supply, and then you have demand, and that creates our absorption rate, right? So our absorption rate is gonna show us how quickly the number of active listings are being absorbed over a period of time, whether it be monthly, 6 months, 12 months, whatever. So let's just look at the facts, okay? Seattle we currently have downtown Seattle, over 100 units, but that's not necessarily true. If you remove new construction or units that are under contract or under construction or pre-selling, you have to remove 36 units from the market. So this includes projects that haven't been built yet, projects that are under construction, and then I included one other project called Gridiron in Pioneer Square, which currently has 12 units on the market. They still have over 20 units they need to sell. And to me, it's not necessarily relative to our active inventory because we're talking about resale inventory that you could move into right now that hasn't been influenced by pre-sale or the new construction market here within the last year or two. So if you remove new construction, under construction, and Gridiron condos, that's 36 units. So what does that leave us with? That leaves us with 63 active units in all of downtown Seattle. So, okay, let's give that some context. Why is that severely low, or why does that appear low in my opinion? Well, I pulled some numbers for you guys, so I'm just gonna read some of these numbers for you. It'd be too difficult to memorize and it'd kind of be boring, but what we're gonna look at is we're gonna look at all of last year. So we had 468 condos sold in downtown last year, right? So on the average, I think that's about, what did I calculate? I want to say it's 39 units a month. Yes, 39 units a month. So your average absorption per month is 39 units. So stay with me here. 468 units sold last year at a 39 unit clip per month. So if we have 63 units, we have less than 2 months of inventory. That means that if all the inventory stayed exactly the same right now today, your unit would sell in less than 60 days if you put it on the market. That is incredible, okay? That's still a seller's market. That's still a very brisk market. And at this rate, if we're selling units at 39 units per month, we only have 63 units, and there's not a lot of new inventory that comes on, you can see that number would chase down even further. So what does this mean in terms of comparing it to other markets? I've done this in the past. I put together graphics. I'm gonna show you one here. It's not apples to apples, okay? But what I'm trying to do is give you guys kind of just a general context of how we compare to other markets. So let's start with San Francisco. So San Francisco right now, at least from my viewpoint in Seattle, what I can find online is there's kind of on Zillow, you have 347 units. These are just condos and co-ops, okay? Now I can't remove new construction from that, but I'm willing to guess that it's still a pretty small percentage. Okay, so you have 347 units in San Francisco. You have 474 units in Austin, Texas. Okay, a very kind of comparable market to Seattle in the sense of tech growth, healthcare growth, no income tax state. Okay, so 347 in San Francisco, 474 in Austin, Texas. Now how about Miami? Miami, in downtown Miami, has 860 units. If you go outside of that, it's much, much more. It's well over a couple thousand. And then in New York, this is crazy, okay? So in Manhattan alone right now, condos and co-ops, you have 6,812 units. Now in in New York, in Manhattan, a big percentage of that 6,800 units is new construction. It's been publicized. People have been talking about how soft that market is, but it's remarkable. So just take Manhattan, and let's say you cut their inventory in half, and it's 3,400 units. Compared to Seattle's 63 units, okay? And some would argue that Seattle's been the hottest domestic economy in the entire country. It's kind of mind-blowing, you know? It's like we talk about it, you're seeing the articles in the newspaper, but the reality is that from an inventory perspective, Seattle has very little. So I just wanted to share that. I thought it'd be fun for you guys to kind of get my take on inventory and why it's significant and how we compare to these other submarkets. I know you're gonna have opinions on which numbers I should use and if it's accurate and all that stuff. This is the best that I could do right now to give you guys a baseline. Have a great week. If you like this video, do me a favor, hit the like button or subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you guys. It's not every video will ever be the same. I'm gonna give you guys some stats. I'm gonna show you some cool listings. We're gonna do some vlogs. But I just hope that you're enjoying the channel, and it's really, really cool to have you a part of the community. So anyway, have a great week. Talk to you guys soon. See ya.